YouTube, good morning. How y'all doing? Hey, look, I hope you have a blessed morning. I hope you have a blessed day. But as you go throughout your day, sometimes certain things, if you don't know them or you know them, nobody will care. And sometimes you hurt yourself acting like you know certain things. Sometimes you just shouldn't know certain things. Sometimes it'll matter, sometimes it won't matter. If it's important enough, you're supposed to speak up. Sometimes you won't. I don't know. I let the book tell you. It's a very interesting story. Little message they got today. Keep our lookout for it. But hey, look. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Love y'all. Have a good one. Good morning. You already know what it is. January 27th. Hope you're having a blessed morning. Let's fight this day. Make it a better one. Don't be a know-it-all. No one knows less than the person who knows it all. Hugh Gloster, former president, Morehouse College. Do you belong to that body of individuals who seem to believe they already know enough? If success is your goal, you must become a storehouse for new information. You must avoid the pitfalls of becoming someone who is comfortable with his level of knowledge in the field of his choosing. In other words, don't be a know-it-all. There's an eye-opening story about three men who were sentenced to a guillotine: a priest, a doctor, and a college professor. Each was allowed to make one last statement prior to his execution. The priest was the first to approach the bench. His final words were, "Keep the faith." The blade dropped on the priest, came within 2 inches of his neck, and mysteriously stopped. Everybody thought it was a miracle from above, and the priest was set free. The doctor was next. He held his head high and uttered, "Physician, heal thyself." Once again, the guillotine mysteriously stopped inches from its destination. Thinking this was a message that the doctor was innocent, he too was liberated. Finally, the professor approached the chopping block and with poor sense of timing said, "If you tighten the 2 bolts on the left, the guillotine will work as intended." You see, some people think they have all the answers. Education is a lifelong process, and it should end only when you do. Every day is commencement day, because education is cumulative. I will take in new information as the first step to my growth and development. That's funny. That's actually hilarious. So, if you don't get it, the professor dies at the end of that story because he fixed the guillotine and then ceremonially goes on with his execution, which goes to show you about certain things like, hey, we already know this. I guess it's already been like, not common sense that people talk about a lot. The people who know the most don't say much, and the people who don't know a lot talk all the time. Why? Who knows? But that's just how it is. So I thought that was hilarious. I'm trying to focus on the message of the day, but it just goes to show if you truly don't know what you're talking about, don't try to play up the fact that you know something. And sometimes it's better to just keep them to yourself. It just is sometimes. Sometimes even saying it won't help anything. It doesn't help anybody. Sometimes having the information is the tale itself. Sometimes you shouldn't have the information. Sometimes you just shouldn't talk about it. Even if everyone knows it sometimes. And everyone knows it. Just like, hey, okay, we're just going to act like we don't know it. You feel me? Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's just not our place. And I know that's hard for some people because it was hard for me when I was a kid. I talked a lot about certain things or hear people's stories, and you're just like, wait, what? What are you talking about? Like, how about this? How about that? I'm like, yo, first of all, no one asked for your opinion. Second of all, I wasn't asking for your help. You know, and those things are valuable to be able to read those certain situations. It takes time. It took me time. Sometimes I still do it, even though I know better. But I have gotten a lot better, especially where I am now in Oklahoma, because I'm in the military, and I help, and I'm there on base. And just sometimes it's never really helped to speak, or never really helps to know things sometimes, because sometimes you'll still be wrong. But that's a military thing. That's completely different. But anyway, regardless of the fact, just sometimes it's better to just keep to yourself. Sorry, I'm just thinking about all the times in my head there were just some things that's just like, why did you just shut up? Because that would have been better for you to just be quiet. But sometimes you don't learn, or you don't know, or you just be like, I'm just trying to help, and you're hurting. And sometimes you end up hurting yourself more than anybody else if you don't know in that. So just start understanding situations, or not even understanding them. Just don't start with not saying anything and see what happens. And then if something that you do actually know can help, then help. Certain situations you should speak up front, and other situations you shouldn't. I can't tell you what those situations are. Everybody's different, and all the opportunities present themselves differently. So it's just one of those things where you pick up over time. I've learned to stop talking and then offer later down the line. Or sometimes I let situations play out and I don't say anything at all. And then I assess after the situation. If I said something then, would it help? If the answer is no, then don't feel bad. If the answer is yes, or it's important enough, speak. But everything's not as important as you think it is. And that's just the way it is. So that's something that comes with time. And you just gotta figure those things out all on your own. I have 3 kids, by the way, so. Okay. I'll come back and do the intros later. Look, I love y'all. Make sure you have a blessed day. Come out, fight today, notice today. Sometimes speak, other times don't speak. We got to figure out those things on our own. Okay? All right. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Have a good one.